Ben Weinman and Mark Haka, bringing you the content that connects our community. You're watching Nonstop Local Montana at 6:30.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for 360 at 6:30. I'm Ben Weinman. Tonight we have a story that goes beyond a diagnosis. It's a story of determination, community, and the fight for a chance. Our Joey Taylor caught up with Oliver Mills, a Great Falls teenager we first introduced to you 2 years ago. Oliver is living with a disease so rare, few doctors have ever seen it, but that has not stopped him from living a full life. Joey, good evening to you.
I met Oliver 2 years ago when he was only 13, and on paper, he's a typical teenager. He's funny, charismatic, and a huge basketball fan.
My favorite basketball team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Ask him why. It's because of Kobe Bryant. Oliver never misses a basketball game, even local ones. You may have seen him at a Great Falls Electric matchup, rooting for another favorite.
Robert Upshaw. They're just in Great Falls, and I like the Great Falls Electric.
But behind his smile, he's battling something most of us will never experience.
Oliver was diagnosed when he was 4 years old, and he was the first patient diagnosed in the United States. And so no one had ever seen it. They hadn't even seen it at the Mayo Clinic, which is where he was diagnosed.
The disease is called Beta-mannosidosis. It's an extremely rare genetic disorder. Without a critical enzyme, damage builds in the brain and body, affecting mobility, vision, and cognition.
When we last saw you, he was still walking upstairs to his bedroom, and we were talking about getting a one-level bedroom, a master bedroom down here, converting our living room into a master. And since that time, we've done that because he's no longer able to walk up the stairs.
At one point, Oliver could swim, walk, and play golf. Now he relies on a wheelchair or motorized scooter.
It had been kinda hard, and I wished I was able to walk. My legs are tight almost all the time. It's annoying, and it's annoying to fall.
Through it all, Oliver tries to stay positive. He's a math whiz, a dreamer, and hopes to play pro ball one day.
My dream is to be a Laker basketball player.
Oliver is the strongest person I know. He is a star, and he shines. And I think when you meet Oliver, everyone that has come into his life, he's touched their life.
In talking with Oliver, he said, if you only take away one thing from meeting him, let it be this.
I'm a cool kid.
Ben, I briefly mentioned what beta-mannosidosis is, but it's a rare and complicated disease that's affecting Oliver in ways many of us can't imagine.
Yeah, that's so true, Joey. For families like Oliver's, understanding this diagnosis is just overwhelming as living with it. So mannosidosis is a genetic disorder that affects the body's ability to break down certain complex sugars. It's part of a group of conditions known as lysosomal storage disorders. Without a key enzyme, beta-mannosidosis, cellular waste builds up in the brain and the body. Symptoms include loss of motor skills, vision loss, cognitive decline, and eventually the loss of independence. So Joey, now that we've kind of broken down what the disease is, let's take a look at how rare this disease actually is. Fill us in on that part.
Yeah, Ben, Oliver was the first person diagnosed with beta-mannosidosis in the United States. Today, the number of known cases remains incredibly low. According to the Lost Enzyme Project, there are now only 5 children in the U.S. living with this disease: Marco, Skylar, Kendriona, Oliver, and Dean. While we don't know exact numbers globally, we know there are less than 40 individuals worldwide that have been diagnosed. However, new cases continue to be identified thanks to genetic testing and a growing support network. Part of that growing support network is the Lost Enzyme Project. I'll send things over to Ben, who has more information on that.
Yeah, thanks, Joey. It's such a cool program here to fight back against this disease. Oliver's mom, Laurel, who you heard from earlier, started working with the first 4 families of the kids diagnosed, and that's when the Lost Enzyme Project was born. The Lost Enzyme Project is raising funds to develop an enzyme replacement therapy. It's a treatment that could slow or even partially reverse damage. And in a breakthrough moment, their partner biotech company has developed a version that can penetrate to the brain.
Because with beta-mannosidosis, that's really the primary frontier that matters, is the brain.
Laurel says while it's not a cure, at this point they haven't seen other diseases that have specific treatment that enters the brain. And while, of course, it's really scary, they're excited as it has the chance to improve life for those with beta-mannosidosis. The Lost Enzyme Project set a goal to raise $520,000 by August 1st of this year. Tonight, they're just $20,000 away.
That's with all the generosity of certainly Montana and this Great Falls community, as well as some other states where other patients are located.
On top of all of that, researcher Virginia Cumanos has granted a $100,000 grant to continue that work. Overall, the money would give the Lost Enzyme Project a chance to complete a natural history study.
All of this money is going towards these different aspects of what it takes to create treatment. So a big part of that is a natural history study, because we need that piece to be able to clear through the FDA. We need that piece to be able to get into human trials.
And folks, like you just heard, for 15-year-old Oliver, time isn't just ticking, it is unfortunately running out. His family is racing to fund a treatment that could change his life. So we're going to send things back to Joey, who spoke with Oliver and his mom about what's at stake and what that treatment could actually mean for Oliver. Joey?
Ben, every day for Oliver matters. This treatment isn't just a possibility, it's his best shot at a future. And what happens next could change more than just one life.
The fact that it can get into the brain, I mean, is it going to allow him to walk again? Maybe.
It's a chance to not only slow the damage, but possibly restore some of what's been lost. And for Laurel, that possibility brings both hope and fear.
It's actually really scary because it feels so fragile, and we've worked so hard and we're racing against the clock.
Not only would this treatment have a global impact, it's a glimmer of hope, offering a first step toward therapies for other rare and debilitating disorders.
Alone, we cannot get these things done, but together we are strong, and together we can make miracles happen.
His family has felt the support of this community in donations, in kindness, and in unforgettable moments, like his 15th birthday ride in a Lakers lowrider.
It was a Laker carbon, and it had everything was purple and gold, even the license plate was Lakers.
You can't do it alone. You can't navigate this alone. If we're going to create treatment for Oliver and improve his life, we can't do it alone. We rely on each other to boost us up and give us support and help us when we need it.
Now they're hoping that same love, that same momentum will help them cross the finish line.
This is a cruel disease. It is rapidly progressive, and we are seeing the effects of that now. And he can't wait. Oliver can't wait. We've got to get treatment as soon as possible.
In Great Falls, I'm Joey Taylor, Nonstop Local.
Incredible reporting on that story, Joey. Thank you very much. By the way, folks, Oliver's story isn't just about a rare disease. It's about what's possible when communities here in Montana come together and don't give up hope.